All right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Recently, we talked about our Friday Night SmackDown review. We saw AJ Styles beating the LA Knight, ultimately securing the victory to challenge Cody Rhodes. We saw kind of where they want to take the WWE women's championship, moving forward with Bailey, Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and honestly, I think Io Sky kind of sitting, the Bayside in the luxury booth, kind of kind of shows that she's probably going to make a run at the champion again. Obviously, her and Bailey have good chemistry. Beyond, we're speaking, beyond the ring where they're not, depicted as hating each other as like, shut up. Could you talk about her to me? All that kind of stuff, which is cool. I love watching them. That's why I'm a wrestling fan. We loved it. I like it a lot. Well, kind of moving forward, we have our Monday Night Raw preview. But before we go anywhere, I want to remind you guys that we get a number of questions from our viewers that come in during the show. So to ensure that your question gets read on air, I ask you to use the tips or donations link at the GSMC podcast.net and just submit your questions. Just put your questions up on top of the list so I can see it. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you want to talk about. I want to hear you guys' voice. I want to hear how these matches make you feel. I want to hear maybe some projected, maybe some predicted storylines so we can talk about it. Always open toward outside, perspectives, outside criticism. Love it. Feedback is a gift. And obviously, positive feedback is good. Positive feedback's better. Here at the GSMC podcast, we love podcasting network. We love peace, love, and positivity, especially at the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, because don't hurt my feelings, don't go breaking my heart. Just kidding. No, again, it really helps the show, and the link is at GSMC podcast.net. So don't be afraid to, share your opinions. Bad, good, mutual. Let's do it. This is wrestling. We're all family, guys. We're all family. All right. Next, we have our WWE Raw preview. WWE Raw will be at Scottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio. Gunther is going to return. Gunther. Wow. This is big. This is big because right before the draft, it's going to be interesting to see where WWE is deciding to take his character. Will he have a WWE Championship foreseeable future? Perhaps. He puts on a hell of a show. He puts on a hell of a match. So it wouldn't surprise me. And he also holds the title really well. But right now, your champions are Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest. Kind of going toward Cody Rhodes seems a little far fetched, but you kind of had it all depends where he gets drafted. It all depends where he gets drafted. So, best believe whatever show he gets drafted to and whatever champion goes to that show, he's going to make a run at one of those titles. So, I don't know. I think that's, what's next. I think he better fits on let's put him on SmackDown. I like him on SmackDown. I'm going to be doing the WWE draft, mock draft on Thursday to kind of see where we're going to go in terms of WWE stars and where they belong and why they particularly should be on that show. But also, which title I think he's going to go for. Like I said, he's accomplished the Intercontinental Championship. Highly doubt he'll go to tag team division with Imperium. Highly doubt that he'll go toward Logan Paul. If he does go toward Logan Paul for a match at SummerSlam or something like that, maybe that could be, obviously Logan Paul is going to be in front of his hometown. He's going to be the ultimate underdog, and you're going to have Gunther coming into town. That would be a pretty good match. But will it happen? I don't know. Next we have the Awesome Truth defends their WWE World Tag Team titles against DIY, or what R-Truth likes to call D-Generation X. I love R-Truth. I love R-Truth. I think it's super cool. I love his personality. And you can just tell from his persona. You can tell on screen that he's just having a good time. This is truth. This is his personality. And I like it how WWE is totally cool with letting him kind of open up and kind of be himself. And it's entertaining as hell and it works. But one of the questions I thought about was which team would represent the tag team division better. Honestly, I think these titles are probably going to stay on Monday Night Raw. So, being truthful, I think DIY should get the victory here. I love the Awesome Truth. I love they had their WrestleMania moment. But honestly, I kind of like DIY here to pick up the victory. Not a lot of teams, especially on Monday Night Raw, kind of have that heel form. So I don't know if they find a way to kind of cheat to win and kind of become heels, which I, hope doesn't happen. But, like I said last podcast, I hope they don't do that to Chad Gable. And they did do that to Chad Gable. But there's been speculation that they're going to have the Creed brothers kind of move on to Chad Gable's like stable, and they're going to be, they're going to be bad guys, so to speak. They're going to be, kind of like what Kurt Angle was. Kurt Angle had Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin, and I think they were called the greatest tag team ever or something like that. Olympic wrestlers just basically wreaking havoc. Chad Gable definitely has the potential to be a leader, to be an antagonist, and also be that guy that everybody's like, I hate that guy, but I love watching his matches. Perfect heel, perfect heel. But I hate him at the same time because I like Chad Gable as a babyface. That's just, Anyways, moving on, we have Dominic Mysterio and J.D. McDonough versus Andrade and Ricochet. Honestly, guys, I don't want to be that slap in the face of reality, but with Rhea Ripley gone, with Damian Priest kind of heading toward a babyface, I think this might be the last year you will see the Judgment Day. I think it will be. I think they're heading toward kind of like a breakup, breaking up the band, so to speak. JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio are kind of abominations to Judgment Day. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. Just, definitely analyzing the way they've been portrayed in matches on Monday Night Raw. And it's just, I don't know where you're going to kind of put Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough without Judgment Day. But honestly, if maybe Finn Balor kind of takes over the stable for himself, for McDonough and Dominic Mysterio, maybe they can find their way back to WWE NXT, or continue to, I don't know, keeping them on Raw would really, especially with the Bloodline. If the Bloodline moves to Raw, you can bet that the Judgment Day is absolutely over. They're absolutely over, or they're going to be moved to NXT. Highly doubt SmackDown, but SmackDown, you kind of need that stable that's kind of like that gets the people like riled up, gets the people like going, gets blood pumping, hires that blood pressure up. So honestly, I don't know what they're gonna do with the Judgment Day. All I know is lately they haven't been, very, cohesive as a group, and that continuity, especially in terms of like, mixed emotions from Damian Priest on the actions of Finn Balor and JD Dominic attacking Jey Uso after Finn Balor's match last week. So, that's gonna leave for some good stuff. Next we have our WWE Women's World Championship Battle Royal. I'm excited as heck to watch this match. I can't wait to see what happens. Usually, and a lot of people will agree with me on this, that when you say battle royal in any instance for a championship match, Andre the Giant Memorial, number one contenders, or of course, the Royal Rumble. Whenever there's a battle royal, that just sets people up for an absolute shocking return, an absolute underdog getting a chance to fight for winning the championship. So, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if Alexa Bliss returns tonight. It wouldn't surprise me if, maybe they get somebody from NXT to kind of randomly. And this is absolutely speculation. I'm here with you guys. I'm on the West Coast. I don't have DirecTV, so I can't watch it at 5 p.m. Even if I did, I'm at work till like 7. So I am just in the dark just as much as you guys are. I wish I kind of had a side TV right here, but I think the whole time I'd be like the GSMC Wrestling Laureate. Like I don't know, like it'd be like I would be like probably flipping the lid the whole time, and saying that wouldn't be good entertainment, but I'm just saying that I don't know. I'm here with you guys. Let's watch Raw together. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Honestly, a watch party would be dope. All right. So like I said, the Women's World Championship is going to be absolutely like crazy. I know you're gonna see Jade and Belair, but just kind of seeing them up in that luxury booth, kind of mad dogging the Kabuki Warriors, kind of shows that they want to kind of fight for that WWE Women's World Tag Team titles, which is great for Belair because she's accomplished everything under the sun in WWE, and which is also good with Jade Cargo. Because there's been reports that say that she kind of wants to get eased into the WWE. Obviously, she would be absolutely humble and grateful for the opportunity, but at the same time, you got to be real with yourself. You got to be real, like, hey, I kind of do have a history of injuries, so you know what? Let's kind of ease on into it. Take one match at a time, one promo, one pay per view at a time, and just kind of see what's what. There's no doubt in my mind that Jade is going to get a title shot. No doubt. And she probably had the strap on her for quite a bit. Um, Another favorite that people are kind of talking about is perhaps maybe Liv Morgan, her her revenge tour, so to speak, and maybe like sometime some like after the battle royal, maybe that's when Alexa Bliss will come out and like challenge her, or somebody else would come out, maybe Becky Lynch. Well, Becky Lynch is planning, she's planning to be a part of it. It wouldn't mind if Becky. Well, I don't know because like I said, Rhea Ripley's injury was absolutely like unprecedented. A lot of people couldn't, the WWE creative could not prepare for that. So, people thinking about, hey, like if Becky wins this battle royal, why didn't she just win at WrestleMania 40? Like, no, it's way, it's not like that. It's way more, it's different. Yeah, obviously, people aren't gonna be like, "Oh, Rhea Ripley's gonna get injured," then bam, that's when Becky's time to shine. And to be honest, kind of thinking about the man, kind of thinking about her persona, portrayed on TV, even as a professional, even outside of the ring, I doubt she would want to win a WWE World Championship under these circumstances. She wants to win it in a ring, in a great match, in a great pay-per-view, or on like Raw or SmackDown. She wants to put into work. She doesn't want to, just throw someone over the top rope and be like, "Oh, the man, Becky Lynch." Like I don't know. You can tell by her personality that she fights for what she wants. And of course, I'm not dogging anybody who wins the battle royal tonight and saying that they're not warriors. But anyways, all right, we're moving on here. We have our WWE women's tag team division kind of heating up. Last week on Monday Night Raw, you had Piper Niven and Chelsea Green pick up the victory, and then you also have Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Honestly, this tag team division is going to be on fire within the next couple of weeks, especially with WWE NXT. They have so much girls on that roster, so many tag teams that are going to come out and absolutely kill it. I don't know how many WWE NXT superstars are going to be drafted to the main card. Well, I don't even know if it's the main card anymore because WWE NXT kind of wants to become like its own entity. So that's why, you kind of got the show on the CW coming. You kind of need a champion to represent each caliber of like, you need a good women's champion. You need a good NXT world. You need good NXT women's champion. Like you need all that to like you know, kind of be a top tier show worth watching for your audience. Definitely, absolutely. I don't know if WWE NXT will stay on Tuesday nights. Most likely than not they will, but I don't know. I see the WWE Women's Tag Division in every in SmackDown, Raw, NXT, kind of heating up here. So it's gonna be exciting. Next we have Sheamus made his return last week. Came back from a neck injury that a lot of WWE superstars kind of, are some are fortunate to come back, some are not. Obviously, in terms of Big E, he said that the doctor may never clear him again to start wrestling again, which kind of sucks because he was good on the New Day. He was great talent. He was a great, personality. It was fun to watch him, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston kind of wreak, fun havoc all over all over the WWE. So hopefully one day we will have that back or something like that. Maybe he comes back as like a manager or something like that, which would be pretty cool. Next we have Jay's comments toward the Bloodline. He was ultimately asked if he was concerned about Jimmy Uso's the attack that was on his brother from Tamatonga, and he kind of said, "Hey, like I'm trying to focus on this right here," but it kind of I kind of saw a foreshadow of them getting back together, but but after he beat Finn Balor in a match, I kind of thought I was like, you know what, Jimmy and Jay Uso getting back together right now wouldn't really make sense. It's not fair to Jay. It's not fair to Jay. Of course, you got to be there for your brother and stuff like that. Your Us, but at the same time, dude, like you have a shot here. You can very much like you're gonna fight Damian Priest for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and I feel like that match could go either way. Honestly, I do. I think it's going to be a pretty long time until you see a reign like Roman Reigns is again, Hulk Hogan, Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund. I think WWE is going to kind of take a break from that, title reign kind of storyline. But because you're kind of developed in that new era, you're in the Paul Levesque era, where I feel like ultimately he likes the young guys. He appreciates the older guys making sacrifices. Obviously, you saw Shinsuke Nakamura lose a match against Ilya Dragunov. Was that good for Shinsuke's career? No. But was Shinsuke like a team player and was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, maybe I will help one of these younger guys because I know how it feels. I was once in WWE NXT and I came up to the main roster, had some success, fought AJ Styles at WrestleMania. That was, his heel turn, which I thought was stupid. Honestly, he didn't think Shinsuke Nakamura should have went heel, but hey, that was probably Vinny. But I don't know. Then also, last thing we're going to talk about, Sami Zayn being attacked by Chad Gable. Chad Gable went heel, highly advised against it, but with this draft coming up, I guess you're probably going to see a lot of different storylines, a lot of different wrestlers kind of take on a different approach just to kind of shake things up a bit, kind of make things like different. Obviously, this Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell was expected to kind of like throw Candice LeRae to the curb and be like, why are you doing this? Why are you cheating? Why are you doing this? Not here? But instead, she embraced her role as a heel, which was pretty good, pretty good. Honestly, I feel like that kind of works. You know, ultimately, I feel like WWE is heading toward a good direction. Can't wait to watch Monday Night Raw tonight. I definitely, for sure, think that Sami Zayn is going to have a couple of words for Chad Gable tonight, and ultimately, I think they're going to set up for a round two. Or maybe Gunther gets in the title picture. Maybe they have a triple threat match at the Backlash, which would be absolutely awesome. But yeah. Anyways, so don't go anywhere. Next we're going to talk about Impact Wrestling's Rebellion, kind of them as a company as a whole, kind of what things that I think that they should do to kind of get their viewership back, and also things that like kind of pitted them down there. So hey, don't go anywhere.